All right. Hello and welcome to my 1995 WCW TEW 2020 save. It is exactly 11 in-game years from when I started the save, and it is just over 2 years in real life. And so I just want to start uploading this. So yeah, um, first video will just be kind of going through what I've done in the past, I guess, in the short form way, because there's a lot of shows. I believe I actually don't know how much I've booked. Yeah, I've booked a lot of shows. And so, yeah, I'm going to go over the roster, the champs, the past champs, and probably not go over the shows just because that might take a while. But yeah, and then as well as the state of the universe that I'm in, because things are different. Yeah, let's start with the roster here. We'll start by major stars. Yep. So you got AJ in your 5 years. I'll also click their title history. That might help. Yeah, this is what we've done with AJ so far. And yeah, so I'll just kind of go down the list here. I tend to book somewhat like real life, but with my own touch, just how I like to do it. So you see like evolution here, and yeah, you'll see stuff like that somewhat matches up. Booker, he's been here 13 years since the beginning. Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about when I explain that or when I show this. Just gotta kind of look, I guess. Christian is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion at the moment. This is a weird trio I put together. This was when Christian was heel. He's babyface now. I have that turned off. I kind of just headcanon how I move with it. Punk. So when he turned heel, like he did in real life before signing with WB, except he didn't leave the company this time. He just turned heel. You know, he's been here 6 years. So, but how long would you say he's been top? Maybe 2 now. That's what he's won so far. And he is currently our world champion. Kurt been Kurt won. What is he currently? The tag champ with AJ. Ray just lost the world title to Cena. He had a short reign. I'll maybe go through one of the most recent shows. Yeah, he's done a lot. Joe. So he had his big long reign with the NWA title rather than the ROH like in real life. And yeah, Sting. Two-time World War III winner here. And I think I have it so it's 30 instead of 60 because that's just crazy. And it's basically our Rumble. Trish is basically our female Sting, I would say. He wins a lot because she rules. Yeah, so that's the major stars at the moment, and as you can see, um, takes a bit to be a major star in this company because we literally like I've beat the game basically, but I just love this game so much, so I just keep playing it. Jericho, a little lackluster compared to real life, but still, he's been around for basically since the beginning of the company for 9 years, and he or not the company, but since Nitro. Um, yeah, I think we just won the world title for the first time last year, and I can't remember, and I think I looked to see, but I think this is I think at some point he beat Rock and Austin. I think I did that, but yeah, Edge. Um, I'm not massive on Edge compared to most people. I think he's cool little heel, but like you see here, he's only won the U.S. title since breaking off with Christian, basically. I'm way more fan of Christian, but Edge is still around. I especially really like this era for him with Lita. But yeah, Jarrett is about to leave just because I don't really have much to do with him. I've kind of done a lot. He's already a 5-time NWA champion. He won the U.S. belt and the world and the television. So yeah, I think I have plans for him to come back in the future, but yeah, we're gonna let his contract expire for now. Orton is in JBL's cabinet. I believe it's just him and JBL at this point. They're just kind of just shitter heels, you know. Orton, same thing with Edge. I'm not really massive on him like most people are, but he still has value in the company, and I am a fan of him more in the early 2010s. So yeah, I do like this era too. But yeah, RVD he just won the world title for the second time, beat Cena, and then lost to Ray in Mexico. And so this is basically kind of like how he won the world title in real life at One Night Stand 2006. But yeah, I just gave him a run. He didn't get caught with marijuana afterwards like he did in real life. But yeah, I like RVD. Big Show, aka the Giant, aka Paul White. He did have a little excursion in WWE in this, but so we had him early on, and I had him when the Save first started, and he had 2 world title runs. Then he went to WWE for how long? Uh, yeah, from July to December 2004. Then we brought him back in May 2005. So he's been here for a year and a bit. Yeah, I think he's the Giant, bro. He's Big Show, bro. Undertaker, he did not start off here. He dominated WWE, as you can see. The game loved him. He won everything. He has not won anything here. He's been here for a year. Yeah. I Undertaker's cool. Guess I don't know. Victoria. Victoria's currently tag champ with Beth Phoenix. She, yeah, that's what she's won. I like Victoria. She's cool. Now we go to well known. Got Abyss managed by Daphne, former television champion, and yeah, Danielson, 2-time cruiserweight champion. He's just now really entering his, 2006 is he's best in the world type shit, but, yeah, he had his cruiserweight runs, now he's graduated from the cruiserweight division. We'll see where that goes. Danielson or not Danielson, Christopher Daniels, he's been a 4-time cruiserweight champion and a 1-time television champion. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Gail Kim is currently not any champion. She's 4-time tag champ. And yeah, I think if y'all can remember in real life, 2006, 2007, 2008 is really when she kind of it's that next level for TNA. And in real life, or in this, I do expect a push. Hardy is currently in rehab. Yeah, but he'll be out soon. How long has he been in rehab? I don't even know if I can check that. I think it's been like 8 months. Yeah, Jeff's Jeff, you know. Sick wrestler, but come on, bro. Anyway, JBL and JBL did have his what was his world title run in real life was the US title in this. And he also won the tag belt with Kensuke Sasaki in 2003. Right now, he's not doing much. Since he lost the belt, he has not been doing much. And I don't really have any plans for him. I probably move on from him when his contract expires. But JBL's a cool wrestler, but it's just doesn't really fit this era, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, he's in the cabinet with Orton, I believe. Just those two. Check stables after. Kensuke. He's in the Don Callis Alliance. Kensuke's done quite a bit here. US champ, world champ, tag champ, television champ twice, and trios champ with Nakajima and Shibata. Yeah, Kensuke Sasaki's pretty sick. Kenta is TV champ right now for the second time. Yeah, Kenta also pretty sick. Mickey James is Divas Tag Champ and World Champ for the women's at the moment. Yeah. I'll check the title history after because I don't remember who she beat. Been maybe a few weeks since I played this save, just kind of need a break, but back on it now. Yeah, that's what she's won. She's tag champ with Melina. Molly Holly has not been doing much of anything. I kind of just use her to put people over at this point, which is fine. Yeah, she's 2-time world champ, 3-time tag champ. Like I said, she's kind of just she's get the word for it, but she puts people over. Shelton Benjamin. Don't Yeah, he was recently in the Angle Alliance with Kurt. Or is it Angle Alliance or Team Angle? One of them. But they turned on him, and then Shawn Michaels started teaming with him now. He's a former tag champ, television champ, and 2-time trios champ. Akiyama in the Don Callis Alliance. Television champ, trios champ. Recognizable. Ashley is former Divas champ. She just lost it to Michelle McCool in August. And she's a former tag champ with Trish. Beth, like I said, is tag champ with Victoria. She's just starting out here. No, she's been with the company for 5 years, but she's just now get him momentum. Blue Panther, just kind of a guy to throw on TV, have a good match. Hasn't won anything here, but yeah, Saban, two-time cruiserweight champ. Yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns start in 2007, so he will get his momentum back after that. Tanahashi is cruiserweight champ. Hardy, um, kind of doing enough. He's kind of like Molly Holly, kind of puts people over. Melina, yeah, tag champ with Mickey. All right, Mystico here is one part of the Trios champs with Bobby Lashley and Volador Jr., and he is a former tag champ with Volador. Ron Killings, aka R-Truth, is kind of not doing a lot at this point. Former tag champ and cruiserweight champ in 2003. Sarah Stock, aka Dark Angel, has not won anything. Shawn Michaels, as you can see, has cold momentum. Came in really hot. He won the tag league with Cena, and after that, after he turned on Cena, he's kind of just doing nothing. But yeah, he's teaming with Shelton now. I think I have a storyline with them doing something. I don't remember. Morishima is the current U.S. champ. He's just started his run. Actually, no, he's almost 6 defenses already. Won in April. Yeah. Hurricanes, kind of a guy, it's the guy you got. Tori is former Divas champ and tag champ with Sable. Volador Juniors, Trios champ, and yeah, with Mystico, same thing. Regal has not won anything since '98, which I'm all right with. But yeah, he's got cool momentum, just kind of a guy to put people over. All right, now in the unrecognizable, I'm gonna go quick here because not a lot of people have won anything. Okay, Alex Shelley, Alicia Fox, Amazing Red, Angelina Love, Austin Aries, Hamada, Lashley, Rude. Well, let's see, Lashley's a champ. Lashley's just Trios champ. Rude, Kendrick, Candice Michelle, former Divas champ, and former Divas tag champ with Kelly Kelly. Chris Hero, Claudio, Cody. Cody just debuted, I believe. Yeah, in May. Daisuke, Daisy Hayes, Delirious, Dolph Ziggler, El Generico, Felix Skipper, former Cruiserweight champ. Eric Young, Frankie Kazarian, Hernandez. I literally brought Hernandez in just to order toss Gail Kim. That's the reason I brought him in, because that spot is awesome. Homicide, Jack Evans, James Gibson, Storm, Briscoe, Lethal, Barry Lynn's been here since for 11 years. The whole save damn near. I don't think he was on the base roster. No, he must have been on the base roster. Yeah, Jillian Hall, Mirave, Vin Mercury, Nitro, Nakajima, Shibata, former Trios champ, as well as Nakajima. Kelly Kelly, tag champ with Candice Michelle. Kenny Omega is just jobber for now. Steen, Kofi, Ibushi, Lance Hoyt, Layla, Madison Rain, Maria, Mark Briscoe, Maurice, Matt Sydal, Michelle McCool just won the Divas title. And she's got her gimmick is she was assistant commissioner to the actual commissioner, which she will see. That's when we get there. But she's gonna get fired because she was abusing her power type shit, And yeah, so I'm gonna have to change that when that happens. Suzuki, former trios champ with Christian and Takayama. Nigel is just really starting to get momentum. Paul London, E. Williams, Roddy Strong, Deep, Seth Rollins, Bart Boy, Billy Martinez, former tag champ with Trish. Shingo, Sanjay Dutt. Sugiura is not won anything. He's in the Don Callis Alliance, though. Taylor Wilde, Ed DiBiase Jr., Naito, Ishii, Umaga, Velvet Sky, and that is that for the wrestlers. Managers, we got Daphne managing Abyss, Don Callis managing Takayama, Suzuki, Nakajima, Shibata, and Sugiura. Jacqueline is managing James Storm. Kelly is managing Candice Michelle. I don't know. She isn't in here. Yeah, there'll be some people who aren't like just managers that manage people. Layla manages Eldor Jr. and Mystico. She as well doesn't. Lita is retired. She I kind of played into how in real life she was hurt at this point, retired. And I also just didn't not a big fan of her as a wrestler in this era. So that's what she's won. Tag champ and 3-time world champ. Nydia manages James Gibson. Nana manages Aga and Jamiri as they are part of the embassy. And Sharmella manages Booker. Our on-screen personality, we have Chrissy Hemme, JB, Crystal, Lillian, Maria, Maria, other Maria. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I needed people to work backstage, and she has some experience in wrestling, and she likes it, so I made her and hired her. Michelle McCool, SoCal Val, Stacey Keebler, and the Commissioner Stephanie McMahon, without the McMahon, and Tracy Brooks as well. Our announcers, we have Don West, Mike Tenay, and Shivani. Other commentators, we have Don West, Mike Tenay, Taz, Shivani. Referees, if you care, we got Baby Hepner, Charles Robinson, Daichi, Earl, Red Shoes, Mark Johnson, and Todd Sinclair. Road agents, we have Kira Hokuto, who was massive for us, our women's division early on. 6 times world champ. I believe that is the record so far. We'll go through the titles, like I said. Arn Anderson, of course. That's what he's won. I believe I only booked him to win that, and 2 other ones he already had. I like Arn Anderson a lot. Brett, we got, I believe I brought him in pretty early on, about around the same time in real life when the screwed up happened. And here he won the international belt, the world title twice, and he's a 3-time tag champ with Owen. And now he's a road agent. We got the Iceman, Malenko. The US champ and 3-time cruiserweight champ. I don't think he needs this gimmick. Road agent. Yeah. Dusty. I never booked him as a wrestler. He was a wrestler up until recently. He recently retired in game. No, maybe not. Maybe it's not so recent. But yeah, he manages Cody now. I should maybe make him a manager. Ivory is former tag champ. I don't know why. I just must have like forgot about her or something, but I didn't bring her in until 2003. She wasn't doing much of anything. She was working in Puerto Rico, but like I think I probably could have signed her whenever. But yeah, I wish I had booked her more. But yeah, she retired and she's 44, so it just makes sense. Now she's a road agent for us. Ricky Steamboat, he wrestled a few times for us. Early Nitro. He didn't win anything. Let's see the matches he did for us. That's in Puerto Rico. Yeah, he worked Puerto Rico a lot. Yeah, he wrestled it for us in '96 for a few months. Yeah. Yeah, that's the road agents. And then you got me, Carol Uzi. All right. Now I'll show the stables, I guess. Yeah, JBL's cabinet is just those two. Mango is just those two for now. Beautiful people just starting up. They're like Velvet in real life isn't even Velvet at this point. Uh, but she will be. On Callous Alliance. Yup. Embassy. Yup. And what do we got inactive here? Evolution, of course. Filthy Animals, of course. NWO. I did the NWO. Hollywood, Wolfpack, all that jazz. But I did it better, of course. Yeah, so nobody from the original NWO is in this company anymore, which is interesting. Jericho was in NWO Hollywood. Nobody from Wolfpack, Planet Jarrett, Killings, and Rhino, and Gail Kim was in that. Lock, nobody. Dangerous Alliance, nobody. Dungeon of Doom, nobody. Arn Anderson is the last horseman in the company. Right, so for titles here, you have the NWA World title, which I didn't bring in until 2001. So in game, it just was not being used, so I just decided to take it. And Jarrett was the first champ, then DDP, then Jarrett, then Owen, then Jarrett, then AJ, then Joe, then AJ. Then Punk turned heel, then AJ won it back, then Jarrett won, then Christian won, then Jarrett came back and won it again. And now Christian has won it, and Jarrett is leaving. Divas Championship. I made this because I think it just works for the era, and we needed women on the show. I had women I wanted to sign, but I didn't have much to do with them. And so it's kind of like we have separate divisions with the women's division. We've got the Divas division, and then we got the people that can really kick ass. Not saying Michelle McCool can't, or Ashley, but it's just they fit this style better, this cat fight like style. So yeah, we have Candice who introduced the belt. Then we have Tori who won it, and then Candice beat her. And Ashley just went on a long reign, and then Michelle McCool just abused her power and beat her for it. He was tag title, kind of the same thing. Candice just introduced the belt because she felt like it. Trish then won it, and then Mickey and Melina just beat Trish and Shelly. U.S. title. All right, so our first champ was Sting. But Sting started with the belt, then Kensuke beat him. Then we did Eddie, Flair, DDP, Jarrett, Raven, Kurt, EP, Rock, Raven, Rock, Goldberg, then went on his Goldberg reign. And then he vacated it for, I think it's because he won the world title. And so had it so he had to vacate one of them, and he chose to vacate the US belt. Something like that. Then Malenko won a tournament. Then Booker beat him. Then Steiner. Then Kurt. Then Jarrett. Then Kurt. Then Booker. Then Mike Awesome. Then Booker. Then Owen. Then Mike Awesome. Then Steiner. Then Rock. then it vacated for 2 years. I think here, the 0 defenses, I think this was when it was I think Steiner unified the world title and the US belt. I think that's what happened here. And then Rock won them both, and then the US title was vacant for 2 years. Yeah. And then Jarrett won it. Then Eddie won it. And then JBL won on his reign. Cena ends his reign. Edge wins it. Batista wins it. Orton wins it, and then loses it the next night to Murashima. Women's Championship. Kira Hokuto won it at Starrcade 1995. Medusa then won it. Then Bull Nakano, then Medusa again. Then Hokuto, Medusa, Manami Toyota, Hokuto. Jacqueline beat Akira Hokuto. There's a few things in this women's division in particular where it's like, looking back on it, is like, I don't remember why I did that or how I did that. I assume it was some sort of schmoz or something. I don't think I had Jacqueline beat Akira Hokuto clean. But yeah, Jacqueline wins. Then Medusa wins. Hokuto gets it back. Toyota wins. Hokuto. Molly Holly beats Akira Hokuto, which is a little more realistic, but still. Akira Hokuto wins it for the 6th time. I believe this is a record for the women's division. Women's title, holding it 6 times. Don't know about male. It actually might be a record for any belt. I'll have to check if I remember. And then Toyota goes on a reign, and same thing here. Lita beating Miami Toyota is a little okay, but it happened. I think this happened in a hardcore match, which is better. Molly wins it. Trish wins it for the first time. Lita, Trish, Stable. Trish goes on a long reign. Lita beats her at Starrcade, and then loses it in January. I think this is when I was like, I don't remember why she lost this. Maybe she got hurt. I don't remember. Trish wins it back. Victoria beats her. Trish wins it back. Mickie James beats her at Super Brawl. And then Trish wins it back, and Mickie just won it in June. I believe there was no pay-per-view in June. She just won it on a Nitro. Oh, and Trish actually has 6 already. So if Trish wins it once again, she'll get the record. Women's tag, Ivory and Molly were the first champs. Lita and Trish then won it. Then Gail and Molly. Then Sable and Tori. Then Gail and Molly, and I think Gail turned on Molly, and so they vacated it. Yeah, the vacant has a defense. I think that happened because of a draw in a title match. But yeah, then Gail and Victoria won it. Mickie and Trish, Gail and Victoria, Ashley and Trish, Beth and Victoria. Cruiserweight title, I booked all of this. Malenko, Ray, Malenko, Eddie, Ray, Malenko, Jericho, Ray, RVD, Movie, AJ. This was a little weird. I for some reason had AJ. I think I had him in the 4 Horsemen in '99. I don't know. Not sure why I did that, but it happened. Then Jericho won it. Eddie, Ray 4 times. RVD twice. Yeah, RVD had a long reign. Yeah, 9 defenses. Lance Storm, Jeff Hardy, Ray, Tajiri, RVD, Tajiri, Jerry Lynn, Hoovy, Billy Kidman, Ron Killings. Yeah, I was in a little rough patch here. Tajiri, Jerry Lynn, Billy Kidman, RVD, Ron Killings. I think I just wanted to have Billy Kidman win it. I don't know why. That is definitely the wrong era to have him win it. But yeah, Jerry Lynn, Daniels, AJ, Daniels, Sabin, Daniels, Skipper, Daniels, Sabin, Danielson, Gibson, Danielson, and now Tanahashi. Uh, yeah, so here we had the Daniels AJ feuding with each other. They were a tag team, and then Daniels turned on them. All right, now we got the world title, and let's see, a lot in here too. So Save started with Hogan, babyface Hogan. Then Giant beat him. Randy Savage beat the Giant, and then defended it every week, leading up to Starrcade, in which Flair then beat him. Savage wins it back. Giant beats Savage. Hogan turns heel at Bash at the Beach, and then wins the belt August at Road Wild. Then Roddy Piper. Oh yeah. So I had Roddy Piper. Basically, they fought at Super Brawl '97. I think they also fought at Starrcade '96, and Hogan beat him. Then the rematch was at Super Brawl '97, and Piper had Hogan in the sleeper. Ref did the whole arm gimmick. Hogan didn't respond. Piper wins. Hogan hops on the mic crying. Piper gives him a rematch. NWO cheat. Hogan wins it back. Basically, just to give Piper a little moment, you know. Yeah, Hogan then holds it till Luger beats him on Nitro, like in real life. Then Hogan wins it back and loses it to Sting at Starrcade '97 in a triple cage. Yes. Then Ric Flair beats Sting. Then DDP beats Ric Flair and then gets hurt. Tragic. Just the beginning of DDP's big run. Gets hurt. We hold a tournament to decide who will be the new world champion. Kevin Nash is not in the tournament. I believe the tournament was. I don't remember who he was facing, but I know for sure it was Scott Hall. Scott Hall was in the final. Scott Hall did all the work for Kevin Nash, basically. And then Scott Hall got hurt. Yeah. And then so Kevin Nash took his place and then won the belt. Goldberg then beats Kevin Nash, holds the belt for a year. Loses it to DDP when Starrcade '99. Brett beats DDP. Sting beats Brett. Brett beats Sting. The Rock beats Brett. Steiner, Rock, Austin, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Steve Austin, Scott Steiner, The Rock, Steve Austin, Booker T. Eddie wins the belt. I think in it might have been Elimination Chamber, or it might have just been a normal match. I think RVD won it in Elimination Chamber. But yeah, so Eddie wins it, then Booker wins it, then RVD, then Kurt Angle holds it for 6 months, and Eddie beats Angle at June. When did they have their? I did Angle. Oh, here. Eddie beats Angle at Starrcade 2003 in an Iron Man match. Jarrett then beats Eddie. Batista beats Jarrett and Eddie in a triple threat at Starrcade 2004. Kensuke beats Batista at World in Japan 2005. Eddie beats Kensuke at Great American Bash, maybe? Cena beats Eddie at Bash at the Beach. Jericho beats Cena at their Fall Brawl or just the Nitro. I don't remember. Sting then wins World War III and the world title. So I did some storyline where basically Jericho pissed Stephanie off somehow or something, and then he had to defend the belt in World War III, and he failed. Sting won, and so yeah, Sting won World War III and the world title, and then Owen put his career on the line. I guess actually not really on the line. He basically said he's retiring, and it was Sting, Jericho, Eddie, and Owen at Starrcade 2005, and Owen won the world title for the first time, and then he retired as well as Eddie. Eddie and Owen both. That was both their last match. Um, Cena then beats Sting at Clash of Champions. And RVD beats Cena at Super Brawl. Ray beats RVD at Bash at the Beach in Mexico. And then Cena beats Ray on Nitro in August. Tag champs. Bunkhouse Buck and Dick Slater were the starting tag champs. They lost it to Booker and Stevie. They then lost it to the Steiners. Hillman and Anderson, Sting and Luger. NWO starts, Nash and Hall, Steiners, Nash and Hall, Savage and Luger, Booker and Stevie, Brett and Owen, Earl Robert Eaton and Lord Steven Regal, RVD and Sabu, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Hardys, Outsiders, DDP and Sting, Brett and Owen, the Hardys, Flair and Arn, Brett and Owen, Austin and Triple H, Edge and Christian, Hardys, Benoit and Jericho, Ray and RVD, Christian, Benoit and Angle, Edge and Christian, Bradshaw and Kinsuke, Ron and Rhino, Ray and RVD, AJ and Joe, Kurt and Shelton, Ray and RVD, Kurt and Shelton, Batista and Ray, Eminem, Eddie and Ray, Mystico and Volador Jr., AJ and Kurt, Cena and Joe, and AJ and Kurt are champs again. See who was the longest reign. Ray and RVD with 8. That might actually be it. Lots of short tag reigns. I'm noticing. Yeah. All right. TV title. The starting champ was Fake Ultimate Warrior, the Renegade. He lost it. Literally my first show. Booked him to lose it to DDP. DP then lost it to Luger, who went on crazy reign. For how long is that? A year and a week. Yeah. Owen then won it, and Benoit and The Rock before he was really The Rock. I mean, he kind of was he was The Rock. He was in the NWO, I think. Benoit, Regal, Owen, Booker, Awesome, Eddie, Jarrett, Ray, RVD, Arn Anderson, Kinsuke, Sabu, and then it was Vacant. I think I just kind of didn't really see a use for it, but I brought it back in January 2001 when Jericho just brought it back. He said, champ or some shit. Yeah, so Jericho, Matt Hardy, Rhino, Ray, Jericho, Jeff, Kinsuke, Batista, Joe, Akiyama, Cena, Edge, Cena, Christian, Abyss, Jeff, Christian, Shelton, Kenta, Joe, Daniels, and Kenta. Trios champs. Brought these in 2004. Evolution was the first champs. Then we went Owen, Ray, and RVD. Christian, Takayama, Nakajima, Shibata, Sasaki, Cena, Angle, and Shelton. So this was a little interesting. Basically, I just needed them to not have the belts anymore. And I kind of just threw this team together. And then basically the story is the tag league was starting at the beginning of January, and Kurt and Shelton were not pleased with Cena putting priority to the tag league versus the trios championships. So they kicked Cena out, and AJ took his spot. And then they just lost to Lashley, Mystico, and Volador Jr. in Mexico at Bash at the Beach. Yeah, trios champs are definitely my I don't want to say least favorite, but I'd say least important belts. Yeah, I'd say the Divas tag champs are more important than trios belts, if I'm just being honest. All right, so the World of Wrestling tournament is basically our G1, and Punk was the first winner. That's when he turned heel. Joe then won it in June of this year. Yeah, only had 2 so far. World Power Tag League is basically our tag G1. Cena and Shawn, AJ and Kurt won it this year. World War III is our Rumble. Randy Savage was the first winner. Then we had Piper win it. Then we had Sting as the Crow. He was basically inactive all of '97 except for his appearances, similar to real life. And then he showed up in World War III and won. DDP then won it in '98 and then got hurt. Right? Or no, he got hurt, came back, won it, and then lost at Starrcade. And then he won it again the next year and won and beat Goldberg at Starrcade '99. Steve Austin won it in 2000. Steve Austin won it again in 2001. The Rock won it in 2002. Eddie won it in 2003. Batista, after betraying Evolution, won it in 2004. And then Sting just won it in 2005 to win the world title. And so you might be thinking, not a lot of Austin and Rock here. Yeah, I had them. Oh, actually, I don't know if I could show this. All right, yeah, so you'd be wondering where The Rock and Austin were doing this whole save damn near. They were fighting over the international belt. I don't know why, I just kind of pictured them with this belt. I guess it kind of looked more like the WWF belt, so I don't know. But yeah, so the international belt, which is inactive at this point, retired, was debuted in '99 because it was originally the WCW World title when Flair took the real one to WWF in real life. But yeah, we brought it back as the international. Brett won it, then Owen, then Rock, then Steiner, then Rock, then Austin, then Rock, then Austin, then Jericho, then Kurt unified the US with it, I believe, and retired this one. Yeah. What else can I show? Teams I don't really use, so we'll just show announcers. So for Vince, we got Don West, Tenay, and Taz. For Nitro, Don West, Tenay, and Taz. And then for SmackDown, we have Shivani and Taz. I will show our broadcasting. We own Time Warner, so that's why we have, like I said, I've beaten the game basically. I just love this game so much, so I just keep playing it. TNT we also own. TBS we also own. This is the new TBS. The other one just kept glitching out. So yeah, and then WCW.com as well, which shows SmackDown. SmackDown is like a internet only show at the moment. It used to be on TV. All right, so this is our I guess schedule. So Nitro is 2 hours, I believe. And then directly after Nitro, SmackDown is taped. It is 1 hour at this moment. And um it's taped and then shown on WCW.com on Thursday, I think. And yeah, and as you can see, there's not a lot of pay-per-views. I cut down on the pay-per-views just because I wanted to make Nitro feel more important because it kind of just cut kind of not basic, but like there was not a lot going on because of the pay-per-views. We're building to a pay-per-view every month, so Nitro was kind of bland. But yeah, so I kept I think 5. We'll see. So Halloween Havoc, of course. So World War III no longer exists. Instead, I'm just gonna do World War III on Nitro, which I think is fine. Starrcade, of course. Clash of the Champions in January. Nothing in February. Super Brawl in March. Nothing in April. World in Japan in May. Nothing in June. Bash at the Beach in July. Nothing in August. And then we're back in September, which is our anniversary month. So it will automatically be more important. I guess I could show top 100 here. So, best show I ever booked was Nitro. And I can't click on it, so that's all you know about it for now. Yeah, these are the best shows I booked, I guess. Top matches. We had Punk, Joe, Time Limit Draw. I don't even think this was one of their ones for the trilogy. I think this was even post trilogy. This was for the World of Wrestling tournament. And yeah. But hey, the best match I booked, apparently. Bret and Sting. That was number 1 for a long time, as you can see. Like, that was 99, and then all these other ones are in the 2000s. Except for Savage and Flair. Top attendance. Almost 100,000 people for Starrcade 2002. Earlier this year, we had our top show was 93,000 for Super Bowl. Buy rates. Damn, Super Bowl was a massive show for us. TV ratings, yeah, like I said, SmackDown used to be live, but I changed it. I think I gave it a year off, and then I changed it. Yeah, viewership. Yeah, who cares about all that? Show history. So, yeah, so for 2005, there was no SmackDown. I gave SmackDown a day off, not a day off, a year off. Yeah, and then I brought it back because I needed to put people on shows. And yeah, so now it's back. I'll go through. I guess I go through the last month. Yeah. So I'll go through Bash at the Beach here. This was in Arena, Mexico. We had Morishima beat Joe to retain the U.S. title. Lashley backstage interview. Gail Kim and Mickey James went to a no contest due to interference. Christian backstage interview. Mystico and Volador Jr. and Lashley win the trios belts. Ray backstage interview. Jeff Jarrett gets himself DQ'd to retain the NWA title. RVD backstage. Beth and Victoria beat Sarah Stock and Taylor Wilde to retain the tag belts. Hype video. Oh yeah, Cena was in this match. I forgot about that. RVD or Rey Mysterio beats Cena and RVD in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And RVD post match congratulates Rey, and the WCW locker room comes up to celebrate with Rey while Cena watches from the stage WrestleMania 29 style. Was it 29 or 28? One of those. And then the next night on Nitro, we stayed in Mexico. We had Mystico confront Rey and challenge him to a match in the main event. And yeah, seeing Hernandez border tosses Gail Kim post match. Yeah, SmackDown, I don't really have to go over. It's a B show. There's not a lot going on. I sometimes use it to advance storylines, but there's mostly filler matches just to get people's pop up. The next week, Cena wants his rematch, and he gets it, and he beats Rey for the belt. Rey with how many weeks is that? 1 week reign. That's unfortunate, but Super Cena, what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's what happened there. As you can see, we got a nice Divas match here. I like to have at least some creativity in the Divas matches, just because, I don't know, it's kind of just boring just to have a Diva match. Yeah, what happened here? So, Michelle McCool beat Ashley, and Christian beat Jarrett in a hardcore match to win the NWA title. And then this was the last Nitro I booked. Mickey beat Gale, and Cena beat Undertaker by countout to retain the world title. And what happened on the SmackDown? Nothing. All right. Now, last, I think I'm going to show the Hall of Fame because I like this a lot. So, this is our Hall of Fame so far. I introduced this in January 2005, and the next class will be in January 2010. So we gotta wait a while, but hey, it's a big class. Akira Hokuto, of course, Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, Bobby the Brain, Bret Hart, Dean Malenko, Deborah. She played an important role in managing her, Steve McMichael, and Ric Flair. DDP, Dusty, Mean Gene, Harlem Heat, Harley Race, Bogan, Jacqueline, JJ Dillon. JJ Dillon's in here just because of his involvement in the early days of the Horsemen. I think he's a spot just because the Horsemen are such vital parts of WCW. Kimberly was DDP's manager and maybe was a part of the Horsemen. No, just DDP. Luger, Medusa, Ole Anderson, Four Horsemen, same thing. Randy Anderson, great ref. Macho Man, Flair, of course. Rude, Steamboat, Piper, Sting, Yossi. Harry Reynolds was she was in the NWO. She was like the NWO's, she was like, not Bischoff, but she was like their interviewer. Their interviewer. She only interviewed them. Outsiders, Steiners, Bonnie, Blanchard, Vader, and Woman, who was a part of the Four Horsemen with Benoit. Yeah, and I think that's it. And so next video, I will be booking all of September, and yeah, bye.